Have you ever noticed how much of a difference those tiny edges around a phone screen can make? Samsung seems to think they matter a lot, and they might be right. According to recent leaks, the upcoming Galaxy Z Fold 7 could feature some of the thinnest bezels ever seen on a foldable smartphone. And if these rumors turn out to be accurate, Samsung's next foldable might not just look more modern, it could feel like a whole new kind of phone. The leak comes from a trusted source, Ice Universe, who claims the Galaxy Z Fold 7 will have inner bezels measuring just 1 millimeter. For context, the Galaxy Z Fold 6 had bezels around 1.9 millimeters, so this would be nearly half the size. While 0.9 millimeters might not sound like a big deal, in your hand and in your eyes, it definitely is. It means more screen, less border, and a cleaner look when you're scrolling, reading, or watching videos. It also makes the phone feel sleeker and more premium without actually increasing the size. And it's not just the Fold that's getting this design upgrade. The Galaxy Z Flip 7, Samsung's other foldable, is also rumored to be trimming down. The outer screen bezels on the Flip could shrink to about 1.2 millimeters. Combined with its compact shape, this makes for a tighter, more refined look, something that a lot of users are starting to expect in high-end devices. So why does any of this matter? Thinner bezels don't just look nice, they actually change how we interact with our devices. A smaller border around the screen makes the display feel more immersive without making the phone itself larger. It helps in gaming, video playback, multitasking, and even basic everyday use. And let's be honest, when a phone looks that polished, it just feels more advanced. But the bezels aren't the only thing Samsung is changing. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 is also expected to be thinner than ever before when unfolded. Reports suggest it could be just 3.9 millimeters thick. That's thinner than most smartphones, and definitely impressive for a foldable. For comparison, even strong competitors like the Oppo Find N5 and Honor Magic V5, which are known for their slim bodies, might fall behind in this area. The Fold 7 is also rumored to measure around 158.4 by 143.1 millimeters when open, possibly making room for an even larger screen. An 8.2-inch internal display is being talked about, which would be the biggest on any Samsung foldable so far. This could be great for users who want a tablet-like experience without carrying two devices. If this screen size turns out to be true, Samsung could have found the perfect balance between portability and productivity. Meanwhile, Apple is said to be quietly working on its first foldable iPhone, but it likely won't arrive until sometime next year. That gives Samsung another chance to lead the foldable space, at least for now. The timing of the Fold 7 and Flip 7 release, expected around early July at Samsung's Unpacked event, could help the company stay ahead. The Flip 7 isn't being left behind either. Leaks suggest its cover screen will grow from 3.4 inches to about 4 inches, making it much more usable without opening the phone. The inner screen might also increase slightly to 6.85 inches, offering a better viewing experience overall. Combined with the slimmer bezels, the new Flip could feel like a much more modern device than its predecessor. These changes show that Samsung's foldables are moving beyond just being new tech. They're starting to feel like the future of everyday smartphones. Do thinner bezels and slimmer designs excite you, or are you waiting for something more? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more tech updates.
Did you hear? Samsung has officially started rolling out the stable version of One UI 7, which is built on Android 15. After months of beta versions and leaked updates, the final version is now being released for select users. This isn't a trial or an early look. It's the actual update, and it's finally happening. The first rollout is happening for those who were part of Samsung's beta testing program, especially users of the Galaxy S24 series. If you're in that group, you might already see a small update available on your phone. This marks 4 months since Samsung first introduced the beta version with the launch of the Galaxy S24, S24 Plus, and S24 Ultra. Now those same devices are getting the full version of One UI 7. Alongside them, the latest foldables, Galaxy Z Fold 6 and Z Flip sticks, are also receiving the stable update. However, regular users, especially in places like South Korea and parts of Europe, might get a slightly larger update file as it includes all the finalized features. What's strange is that the Galaxy S24 Fan Edition didn't make the cut in this first batch. Samsung might be planning to release that version a little later. Meanwhile, some region-specific models like the Galaxy Z Fold Special Edition have already started receiving the update. This shows Samsung is taking a step-by-step approach rather than releasing the update all at once. Now let's talk about what you'll actually see once you install One UI 7. Many of the features introduced with the upcoming Galaxy S25 series are now making their way to existing 2024 models. You'll notice smoother transitions, cleaner and more modern menus, better control over privacy, and improved system settings. Samsung is clearly working to make the overall experience feel faster and more responsive. But not every feature is available on every device. For example, the new audio eraser tool is limited to the latest flagship phones only. If your phone isn't on the list yet, don't worry. Samsung plans to release the update to more devices in the coming weeks. By the end of April, it should reach the Galaxy S23 series, the S23 Fan Edition, the S24 Fan Edition, the Galaxy Z Fold 5, Z Flip 5, and the Galaxy Tab S10 lineup. In May, even more devices are expected to be added, including the Galaxy Z Fold 4 and Flip 4, the Tab S9 range, the Galaxy S22 models, the Tab S8, and some mid-range phones like the Galaxy A34, A35, A16, as well as region-specific devices like Quantum 5, Quantum 4, and older foldables like the Z Fold 3 and Flip 3. Samsung plans to complete most of the update process by June. That includes phones like the Galaxy A73, A53, A33, A25, A24, and A15, along with tablets like the Tab S9 Fan Edition, Tab A9, Tab A9 Plus, and even rugged models like the Tab Active series. So local variants like Jump 3, Buddy 3, and Quantum 3 are also part of the plan. If you're not sure whether your phone is ready for the update, just go to Settings, then Software Update, and tap on Download and Install. It's always a good idea to back up your data before installing anything major. If you're more tech-savvy, you'll soon find the Android 15 firmware files on Sammobile for manual flashing. Keep in mind that Samsung doesn't release updates to everyone at the same time. Different regions and carriers may see the update earlier or later, so even if someone in another country already has it, you might have to wait a bit longer. Patience really is key here. Even though One UI 7 is just rolling out, Samsung is already preparing for what comes next. The next version, One UI 8 based on Android 16, is in the works and is expected to launch later this year with the Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Z Flip 7. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more updates like this. Polish to the user experience. The tip comes from @Tarunvets33, who says that this new update is expected to bring in more of the One UI 7.0 features that were missing on the S25 series. If you're using the Galaxy S25, S25 Plus, or S25 Ultra, you might start noticing some small but welcome changes soon. One example is the updated charging animation. Now, this might sound like a minor thing, but it's something you see every time you plug in your phone. When it doesn't look right, you definitely notice. When One UI 7.0 rolled out, Samsung introduced a fresh charging animation that was meant to show up both in the status bar and on the lock screen. However, on the Galaxy S25 series, this feature didn't run very smoothly. Many users complained that the animation looked choppy and lagged behind. The good news is that the upcoming update is expected to finally fix this issue, making the animation look smooth and more in sync with the rest of the software. Another improvement that's rumored to be part of the update is a smoother animation in the media playback section of the status bar, often called the Now bar. This shows up when you're listening to music or watching videos, and although it's just a small animation, better transitions can make the whole interface